Okay, this is I cleaned out a room in my trailer for you, Unknown Hinson. First song I heard by Unknown Hinson. Really cool tune. He's got this chromatic thing in the beginning. I'll just play it. Just start on a D. Now you can either do the fretted D on the 5th fret here, or you can do an open D. I do the open D. And then just kind of bend that. No, this is in drop D, by the way, so that's actually an E note on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. And then you do the top 2 strings together, which gives you sort of a power chord. And then you do that again, and then bar at the 2nd fret, those same strings, 3rd fret, and then open again. And this next part I'm going to play along with the song, because the phrasing is a little bit out there. In fact, I mean, there's several things going on. There's an acoustic guitar, electric, steel guitar, which adds a lot of ambience. So what I'm doing, or what I'm showing here, is just one interpretation of how you could play it on a single guitar, which is what Unknown does. I mean, he travels in sort of a trio format, so obviously he can't have all those things going on at once. So what I'm going to do is just kind of comp through the changes. So here's that.
Baby, 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 now don't you look so blue. I got a surprise for you, dog. Yeah, you're gonna like it too. Well,
A, G, F7 in 8th position. So that first part's kind of like how we ended the riff, the chromatic riff a minute ago. Then we've got this little thing. It's sort of a G minor with a bass line that descends chromatically. And that line might be on a keyboard or something. I just like the way that sounds instead of just doing a G minor like that. If you play that along with the song, it sounds pretty cool. Then it goes back to that. I believe it goes back to that. Then A. Now this A, I'm not doing the root because we're in drop D, so I'm just doing the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. It's just 7, 7, 6, 5. Then we move that down a whole step, or 2 frets, to a G. And then we go up to this F7, which is in 8th position, so it's 8 on the A string, 10 on the D string, 8 on the G string, and 10 on the B string. So it's 8, 10, 8, 10. You can just bar that index finger. And do the 10s with your ring and little finger. Okay, like 1 minute into the song, there's this little bridge type of thing. Let's listen to that, and I'll play along with it.
It's all coming through, 'cause I cleaned out a room in my trailer for you. It's a home sweet home weekend. Take a drink, baby, play your body, be yourself. You can run around without any fear. The law is better than the grass.
So that's just barring at the 3rd fret, and then kind of sliding into the 5th fret. Do a couple dead notes, and then do 5 and 3. Then after that 3, do a couple dead notes also. Then we do the same thing just at the 10th and 12th frets. That's on the top 2 strings. Then A, C. Okay, and then it goes into this solo. That first lick, not exactly sure how he's doing that. It's pretty cool though. My interpretation is just like bending the 6th fret up a whole step, and then you kind of pull off to the 5th fret, and then immediately bend up. But I'm not picking that 5. Yeah. It's hard to get the intonation just right. And then you go to the 3rd fret, so it's sort of G, F, E, D, and slide to this D. Okay, and then this sort of like David Gilmour type lick. Now that's some cool stuff there. I especially like that. And I'll post the tab to this part of the song. But real quick, we've got a D pentatonic thing here. Just C and A, 13 and 10 on the B string, then 12 on the G string, and then it's 12 to 10 on the G string, and then 12 on the D string. And then you can do like a slight bend on that F note. It's got a lot of bend and releases here. Like right there, right here, right there. So you bend the note first, pick it, and then let it down. And this is an interesting, sort of like almost G minor-ish type of thing. This is G, A, B flat, C, D, D sharp, E. Then bend this E up to an F. Then E, E flat, D. And this neat little chromatic kind of gypsy kind of thing. And then he ends on that same F7 chord. Then there's one other cool lick at like 226. See if I can find that here. This is 223. So that's a total honky tonk thing. Just open D, top string, play the 3rd fret, then the open D, 4th string, and then the C, slight bend, A, G, F7. Now at the end of the song, he does a little chromatic lick. And then you can end on a D minor 7. Which I finger a little weird because I've got a screwed up ring finger, but it would just be like D, A, C, F, A. So 5 on the 5th string, 7 on the 4th string, 5 on the 3rd string, 6 on the B string, and then 5 on the high E string, which would look like this to a normal player.